Welcome to the third round. And it looks like we have a nice mirror here.
Not really, not a true mirror.
Not a true mirror.
But a goblin mirror.
This is like one of those things where you're like walking by a car with tinted windows and you use it as a mirror. It's
and then the person's still inside like looking like this crazy mother. What is he doing?
I was in, you ready for a funny story? This is something only I would do. I was getting out of my car in a parking lot.
Yeah.
And there was a dog in the car next to me that I didn't notice. And it started like barking at me. And it startled me. And it was like one of the smaller, very excitable dogs.
A yapper, as we call them in the business.
A yapper in the business. And so I started barking back at it to like make it bark louder, more aggressively. And the owner caught me. The owner's, what are you doing? I was like, your dog was barking at me, so I barked back. He's like, looked at me like he did not know what to make of me barking at his dog. This happened like last week.
You should just been like, we were having a conversation, man.
I don't know why it struck. I think it's because it startled me, so I like just went into goofy mode of like, just do the goofy thing.
I understand, and I would be lying if I would say that I have not been tempted to do that. I don't think I've ever done it, like walking by someone else's dog, but I 100% have had a dog like just yapping at me, and I just start yapping back at it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do that to babies too. If babies start crying, I start making fun of the way they're crying, like really cry shame the babies.
Cry shame the babies.
They usually stop. They usually get that really confused look on their face, like, "What the hell
is this?
Who's this mother? Who does he think he is?"
All right.
Tony
Mason's got a keeper on 6.
Well, the old Lango.
All right, here's a prospector.
Shock a prospector.
I'm not incredibly shocked that it caught that card.
No 2-drop, man.
Yeah,
playing Goblin Control over here.
Yeah, Tony's not super happy with this hand, I'm sure.
We got a War Boss.
Oh, neither is Doug. Oh, well, that's your own fault. There, playing that comes into play tapped land.
Yeah, you can't afford that in this deck. I don't even know what that card does.
It destroys a non-basic, I believe. It's memorial to something.
War.
Is it memorial to war?
Huh. Good God, y'all. What is it good for?
Yeah, it destroys target land.
Absolutely nothing.
Right. Yeah, here's the memorial to war.
Yeah, we got a Goblin Control mirror. Doug missing his third land drop in a control deck is definitely rough. So memorial to war, there's no reason to play this card. Come on, Tony.
No, yeah, I mean, so like there's no...
It does have... Pull that back up. Pull that back up.
Can we get it again? Oh, thanks, friend.
It does have Corona, the false god, in the background.
Oh, is that who that is?
That's Corona. So if we actually had a Corona here, it would be insane in a Goblin deck.
Mm-hmm.
But not very good here in the Goblin mirror.
Yeah, I wouldn't say
So we're not swinging with the War Chief.
So I don't like the Memorial War because there's no lands that straight up blow you out.
So it can blow up like a flipped Escanta.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about it.
That's about it, for sure.
But that's not worth it. You just need to kill those decks before they flip the Escanta.
Absolutely. Any of those flip cards, I mean, you just gotta kill that deck.
And you need to get to 6 lands to even use it. I mean, I guess you can start sacking Goblins.
All right, so here's 3, maybe potentially almost acting like 4. Oh, here we go. Meadows, are you commentating tomorrow? Oh, come on, guys. Take this elsewhere. We've got a whole Facebook group pertaining to this.
Oh, we're mastering the trash.
The Trash Master.
Trash has been mastered.
There you go. And so we're going to kill one of them. So the Trash Master is mostly a Anthem effect here. What do Boros guns bring besides?
He's got a Radiant Destiny in hand. I don't agree with being Boros here. I think Mono Red's the place to be. Yeah, I think he just thought to himself, hey, I could splash. I could splash white, but
Tony's feeling the tension between Memorial to War and Banefire. I think he should keep attacking here.
Well, it's just going to trade at this point. But if he trades, then you can blow up the land, and it's much better.
Yeah. So if he doesn't trade, then it makes the Banefire better. So the attacking was great in both streets there.
Mountain down.
Okay.
Oh, we got a Skirk Prospector.
All right.
So both players kind of playing off the top of their library. Doug needing to get lands. Tony needing to get some
cards.
action.
Yeah. All right, so Skirk Prospector comes in.
Ooh.
Talk about some action. Okay. Doug finds a red.
Yikes.
Yep, that's so good. All right, so here's 6.
What's the last card in Tony's hand?
Banefire.
Banefire.
All right, what's Doug got here? Anything exciting? Yeah, so this is an interesting match. Chain Whirler seems like a pretty big trump card.
Yeah, Chain Whirler's good. They have a lot of 1/1s and 1/1 Goblin tokens.
Well, I mean, so like it gets to a point too where you want to like sandbag it so that you can blow up the tokens generated by their Siege Gang commander.
Yes, although at that point they can usually just sack some and throw some. So like you're not getting the full value out of it, but yeah. Additionally, like a 3/3 body is just going to be pretty much the biggest thing here.
All right. Is that just another War Chief? Or what's that card?
It's it comes into play Goblin Duder deal damage guy.
Okay.
That one. I don't know the names of these goblins. You can't expect me to remember everything. Oh, okay, come on, Tony. More than one.
If this were a mountain. No, I guess I would have put him to 1. I guess it didn't matter.
Uh-oh. That's a war boss.
Yeah, there's the Legion War Boss, which is one of the big reasons to play this deck.
You want to talk about creeping back into this match.
Creeping away.
I think he also has a Trash Master, which would be pretty good here because it blocks.
Okay. Trash Master, attack for 3. You just attack with the Trash Master, and then you can block with the...
Well, the War Chief's only a 3/3 now.
How big is the Trash Master? 3/3?
That's true. Did it.
There's the...
All right.
There's the reach.
Hot Gobbo action. How do you sideboard this?
So I want less of like the cute stuff.
Less cute stuff. What's cute?
I don't think Siege Gang Commander is a good card here.
Whoa.
I want to be lower to the ground and have more removal than my opponent. Here's the thing. It's in tribal decks like this, the more guys they have on board, like the better any one given guy is, because they're all like supporting each other, right? They're creating synergy.
Yeah.
So having like spot removal for their like relevant guys is really important.
Absolutely. The Lords need to die.
Yeah. So there's my take on it.
Interesting take. He's bringing in a Phoenix.
Okay.
Rekindling The rekindling variety of Phoenix.
Sure. So this is a card that can help you go long. That's different than Siege Ant Commander. So like on 5, you can't just like slam Siege Ant Commander unless you have Prospector, because it just dies to shock or Lava Coil, or your tokens will die to the Chain Whirler.
Absolutely. Hey, Lillian Bender, I have been here every week bringing you hot standard action. We have not taken a day off.
No, we've tried even like the day after Christmas.
We were here the day after Christmas. We were here the day after New Year's.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm here.
Was New Year's yesterday?
New Year's Day was yesterday.
I get so confused. And can I be honest? I would rather have New Year's Eve off than New Year's Day off. Like, let's work New Year's Day.
Well, the idea is you go out New Year's Eve night, and then you have New Year's Day off
Okay.
to, like, recover.
I guess just because I didn't go out. Stayed in, played a nice board game.
Yeah, we had a good time. I'm sorry that I wasn't more entertaining for you.
No,
but...
you were great. I'm just saying I didn't get drunk.
Oh. It's your own fault.
Oh.
Yeah. You know what we did get on New Year's Day? Some hot pot.
Yes. So, are we going to write a hot pot review, or are we going to vocalize a hot pot review right now?
Let's vocalize a hot pot review for this hot mirror match before they while they shuffle up here.
Okay, so I didn't understand how the hot pot was ordered. Like, I understood what it was. I got the concept. Didn't understand how it was ordered. I don't think you did either.
I knew how it was served, but not how they were ordering it. So I'm just like, I don't.
So we go in, and the guy was like super friendly.
Super friendly.
And he like kind of waltzes us through the menu. I think he got us a little bit, but that's okay.
Yeah.
But it was delicious.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Super duper good. Kind of gave me the rumbles and the tumbles later, but that's okay.
I think that was one of the broths that we went with.
Yeah.
Like the hot one. I got the vegetable oil based one instead of like the meat broth based one.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's an easy fix.
Oh, you think we should have got meat broth based?
Like the spicy meat broth for the other one? Yeah. That would have fixed the old rumbles.
When they came around and refilled the pot, they put the same broth into both of them. Did you notice that?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Was that just hot water, or do you think it was broth?
It was probably hot vegetable stock.
Okay. Anyway, it was really good. I was pleasantly surprised at how good it was. Like you ordered something called like fatty beef back or something.
Yes.
And it looked like when they served it, it looked like bruschetta.
Yeah. It wasn't, but
it wasn't. No, but it was just like this super thinly sliced like meat, this beef.
Cooks like in 10 seconds.
Yeah, it cooks in like 15, 20 seconds. The pork was different. I wish the pork was chunked a little bigger.
Bigger. Okay.
So that we could find it in the broth.
I wanted it to be more thin so that it would cook faster, so you never have to let it go in the broth.
Yeah, maybe thinner and longer. But I don't know.
Sure. So here we go. Tony, multiple lands.
It's funny, each of these decks don't have a ton of like 1 and 2 drops in them.
Well, they should.
You're not wrong. So the card I would be playing if I was Doug, I think your advantage here is Deafening Clarion.
Yeah, that would be beneficial for sure. Oh man, that one cleans this up a little bit.
Yep.
Nothing could possibly go wrong.
All right, let's see what we can make happen here.
So Doug's got a Chain Whirler of his own. I don't know that that's what we want.
I think you just want to like lightning strike down the Chain Whirler here. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, and you get to mentor it. Yep.
Couple of 2/2s. Yeah, War Boss on the play seems like a big deal unless you have like a shock or a lightning strike to take it down pre-combat.
Yeah, Tony really needs a shock. It looks like he's got hand full of cards. I don't know what.
There's a lot of removal. There's a Fanatical Firebrand.
I don't know if he's just like avoiding. Okay. All right. So yeah. Right.
So he's thinking about his attacks here. He was hesitant to play the Ward Boss because he was worried about the shock. But I think he should have been hesitant about the Firebrand to try and play around the Chain Whirler.
Sure.
And I think the correct play here is probably just to kill the War Boss.
All right. There's that.
And Doug can't
More land for Doug. That's not the worst sign in the world.
can't slam this Chain Whirler fast enough, I think.
Right.
Oh, do we have... Never mind, we have removal for the War Boss.
Yeah, so thinking about this budget elf deck, apparently.
Budget Elf deck. Oh.
In the chat.
From Redshift.
Here's what I think your payoff should be. It should be Galta.
Yeah, Steel of Champions its own payoff.
Yeah, Steel of Champions is a great payoff, but like...
It gets you to Galta very fast. So does
Gets you-
Llanowar Elf.
Yeah,
so.
Galta and Llanowar Elf are both very valuable.
We have a Gutter Snipe. Pretty sure I saw Gutter Snipe in Tony's hand.
Yeah, Gutter Snipe's a legal standard card right now. Yep, here it is. Okay. 3 damage to the Legion War Boss.
That's one way to turn your burn into...
A win con.
Yeah. Okay, I can dig this.
Yeah, it's +2 on the Banefire there. Oh, jeez.
What do we
Doug's
get?
got another Legion War Boss in his hand.
Yeah, he just drew it. He also has...
Yeah.
Tony down to 9.
Down to 9.
Complaining about the power of Doug's cards. But
They're
in
all
reality,
very powerful.
he's the one who's playing Gutter Snipe in this.
Right? I want to know what these other cards are. I feel like...
I think we have a Fight with Fire, a Banefire, and a Trash Master.
Well, can we fight with fire and then Banefire and like just keep ourselves alive?
I think we can.
Yeah, see, here's where like you need like a fiery cannonade to like clean up the board or something.
Yeah.
Something of that nature.
So Trash Master blocks this entire board.
Yeah.
So I don't hate that. You can't do that and something else.
Here he is looking at the camera. All right. How big are those guys? Can we pull up one of those
The
on screen?
tutus. Yeah, pull them up on screen. Pull up one of that guy.
I don't know what that guy is. I don't want to keep calling him
Are
that
they
guy.
ones? Let's bring them up. Whatever it
1S?
is. They're 2 1s, I guess.
Nice. Let's check this out. All right, the Volley Veteran.
There
it's
it is.
4/2. And it deals damage to a creature equal to the number of goblins you control. So, back in M19, they were mostly dealing 1. But in this constructed format, they're dealing chunks of 4 and 5.
Tony's at 1 life, and he has a Trash Master in hand. Looks like we're going to blow up a land here.
All right, so you're going to get Doug off of double white,
Yeah.
which would be good.
I don't think you really need to make Steel Leaf more absurd. All right. Killing him with the Chain Whirler. All right, we're going to go to game 3 here.
So yeah, if I was gonna have like a budget elves deck, don't think about it like an elves deck. Think about it like a just like a low to the ground green deck.
So I don't think you can build like Elves Tribal. How many Elves Lords are there? There's 1, right?
So there's the 2/2 for 2. There's Morrowind. Not Morrowind. That's the name of a movie. The one from Dominaria that gets +1 every time you cast an elf.
Okay.
And then taps for that number of pluses.
Yeah, not really an Elf Lord in the traditional sense, but certainly. Yeah, so the Clan Caller is the only Lord, and that one's fine, not insane. But I feel like you don't have to go too deep on Elves Tribal when just like the Llanowar Elf Steel Leaf Champion synergy is good enough to win a lot of games when they don't have Lava Coil.
Yeah. So you could dip into black. Apparently there's all the black guys are elves too.
Yeah, I just don't think that any of them really add anything to the Elves deck.
Right. Yeah, we just did the search. Pelt Collector's an elf.
Yeah, that's a solid creature just to have. That gets
Thorn Lieutenant
pumped all the time.
is an elf, so this guy lets you make an additional guy. Elvish Chancellor. Clan Caller, that's it. So you get the 6 mana, and you get to make other elves, other Clan Callers.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, is Reclamation Sage legal in this format?
Yeah.
All right, that's a big elf card.
It's actually just a 2/1, so it's not too big, but...
No, I think it's an important one, though.
Oh.
Oh. Thick Rada's an elf.
Yeah, Rod is definitely an elf.
Amaria's an elf. Interesting.
So I think the idea isn't that there's not enough elves, is there's not enough elf synergy.
Correct.
So I just want to play, like... You could play Pelt Collectors, you could play...
Steel Leaves.
Steel Leaf, you could play Llanowar Elf. And the Clan Callers are probably okay at that point.
Yeah. So, I think Arena's metagame is a little bit different. I think we're past the point where it's different because of the limited card availability, but I think we're to the point where it's different because of the, how the people wanting to play budget on Arena because nobody wants to go in and buy all these rares and Teferis and yada yadas.
Even if everybody had 100% of the cards, it would be different because it's best of 1. And that changes the meta dramatically.
Sure.
So, we've got a couple of Goblins decks here. We're going on to game 3. I think that Tony sideboarded appropriately, but I think Doug's deck is better set up here to take advantage of this.
Sure. What's the question? Infest.
Yeah, Infest is sorcery. So I don't think there's an instant that costs 3 that does that. There's an instant that costs 4 that does it called Hideous Laughter.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to go to the tank on that one. We're hunting a card that costs 1 black,
Gives everything -2/-2, and is an instant,
yep.
which I don't think exists. Golden Demise is also a sorcery in Standard.
All right, converted mana cost is equal to 3. So Tony's thinking hard about it. I think he's going out on a limb here a little bit. He might realize that he's outclassed by Doug's deck.
Yeah. He needs to take the Memorial to War out of his deck, and he needs to get a little bit lower to the ground. I don't know if he's running the 2-drop 1/1 that also makes a Goblin token, but I feel like that's pretty important.
Yes, I would include that in my Goblin deck as well. So I think the closest you're going to get it for is a Cower and Fear. Creatures your opponent control get -1/-1 until end of turn.
Okay. What set is that from? Oh, it's that card.
Yeah, I don't know what it was originally in, but it got reprinted in one of the Modern Masters, so the world will never know. All right, so Doug's thinking about it, keeps it. Here's the Scry. Keeps it on top. Tony's unhappy about it. A Montagna.
Oh, man.
And gets in for the 1 damage. All right. All right. Gets him for 1 again.
No 2-drop. Probably sandbagging a Lightning Strike here.
All right, here's a 3-drop. I don't know what...
Getting in for 1. Getting in for another 1.
All right, so here's a Chain Whirler.
Just pinging them on down.
No Lightning Strike from Doug. Chain Whirler will probably get this Lava Coil.
Yeah, Hideous Laughter is the only instant that does this in my
research.
Another one.
More lands for Tony Mason. More Whirlers.
Lots of pings.
All right. All right, the Chain Whirler cleans up the Pirate.
So I think we've got a hand of fight with fire, lightning strike.
All right, here's a Fight with Fire. Attack for 3, puts him to 11. So Tony's plan is going to be to ride this Chain Whirler all the way up to 20 damage.
Yeah, so we're going to get another fight with fire here, I think.
Yep.
Down to 8.
Puts him to 8.
So depending on what Doug plays here, you might be able to lightning strike the dome to speed this up by a turn.
Yeah, so you see how this is where I was talking about I'd rather have more removal than more of anything else.
Yes.
Than like a big threat. So the removal here is what's keeping Tony ahead in this game. Now, granted, Doug's draw is pretty poor here.
So here's the Siege Gang. Doug's already played 3 Chain Whirlers. If he has the 4th, Tony is going to flip this board.
Tony is going to jump through the room.
Come on, Chain Whirler. Come on, Chain Whirler. One time Chain Whirler.
All right, so I think he's going to Lava Coil the Siege Gang.
Yeah, this is awkward because you can Lava Coil the Siege Gang and then play the Volley Master or whatever the hell it is to kill a token.
Yep.
But then that Chain Whirler is just way too big. But if you do this, then you just get to kill one Goblin.
Yeah, you're dead.
So you're just dead. So he gets to throw a token at it to clear the path, swing for 3, and then throw another one at him. Oh, or just sacrificing everything. That's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so there you go.
There he goes. He sacks them all.
So he also could have just sacked one to kill the goblin guy, the 4-2, the volley master or whatever. Swung in for 3 and then sacrificed another one. Little safer. But there you go. We saw the power of the Gobos.
Yeah, I think that they're probably not the worst thing you could be doing. I mean, there's definitely like, so I've played against like some Merfolk decks and stuff that were just like unreasonably bad.
So the Merfolk deck is the mono blue deck is the trick. If someone's like, yeah, I want to play Merfolk, you'd be like, all right, well, here's some mono blue.
Right.
Goodness.
Yeah. But yeah,
hope you're curious about it.
The Merfolk deck with
obsessively.
Right. The Merfolk deck with like green in it.
Yeah,
like,
it's not
Kamena
good.
Speaker is like your turn 1.
Yeah, not where you want to be.
Right. Not where you want to be.
Has some aggressive draws, and Silver Girl Adept is still a wonderful Magic card, but doesn't match up well against anything.
She's a beautiful Magic the Gathering card.
Beautiful.
She's a nice lady. Comes, swims around.
You know who else is a nice lady?
Tell me.
Judy.
Yeah?
My girl Judy.
Yeah.
Very excited about playing Judy in the upcoming standard format. Here you go. Read this one to me.
All right. This young lady's name is Judith. She's the Scourge Diva?
Yes.
Just on the name alone. This should just be your next commander. That's what it should be.
It's an amazing card for me specifically. I am very excited about this.
It's 1, a black, and a red. It's a legendary creature. It's a human shaman.
Human shaman.
Other creatures you control get +1/+0. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, Judith, the Scourge Diva,
Judy, as
deals 1 damage to
I guess you don't know her like I do,
I don't know
you can
her
call her
yet.
Judith.
Judith, the Scourge Diva, deals 1 damage to any target. She has flavor text.
Yeah.
At the end of the show, she stands alone on a stage, brilliant with blood. It's like Carrie.
Kind of, but the stage is brilliant with blood, not her.
Alone on a stage, brilliant with blood. Okay. And she's just a 2/2 for 3. So, how does this relate to you specifically?
So I was talking last week
Okay.
about the potential for the Orzhov mechanic and how it plays into like an aristocrat style deck.
Oh, sure. So this is the payoff.
And Judy is a payoff.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. So
getting,
it's non-tokens.
Well, yeah, but getting the sacrifice trigger on the original creature,
Yep.
dealing 1 damage to any target, including creatures,
Okay.
means you can clear the board.
Okay.
And then all those spirits that were 1/1 flyers, which are a threat in of itself, but not like insane, are now 2/1 flyers, which is a very serious threat, especially in multiples. Judy.
Is
Oh,
your
Judy.
aristocrats payoff?
Yes.
All right. I'm into it.
Yeah, I'm also into Judy. I still am looking for like that A+ sack outlet.
Well, you know what I just realized? That this whole deck is contained within the Ravnica like creative space.
Sure.
So if we get my way,
Uh-oh, we're getting your way.
and we get to play Ravnica Constructed, where you can use any cards from the 3 Ravnica blocks,
Sure.
this Aristocrats deck could be a nice one.
It could be a nice one. I don't want to speculate about that metagame too much right now.
Okay.
But I think it's a little imbalanced. We'll talk about that a little bit off stream. It's a little off topic for this.
It's super off topic. Welcome to my brain.
Welcome to my brain.
It's never on topic.
If I could get just like a nice, like a cartel aristocrat, just give me a cartel aristocrat, and I am all in on this.
What if the card was just sacrifice a creature, look at the top card of your library?
Like a Viscera Seer, but a little bit worse.
Yeah.
If it costs 1, I'd be all in.
Like a red guy. All right, here's the card. I figured it out.
All right.
It's the guy costs 1 red.
All right.
He's a 1/2. He's like a human something.
Human something, got it.
And it's target opponent looks at the top card of your library, and then you may shuffle your library. They would never print this card because if you sacrifice multiple creatures to like get a trigger to like kill them, you have to resolve multiple shuffles. Okay, sure.
And they'll never do that.
Okay.
But
like imagine like showing the card to your opponent and like trying to get a read on them.
Yeah.
And then deciding whether or not you're going to shuffle your library. It'd be amazing.
Did you ever get to play with Liar's Pendulum?
Yes, I love that card.
That card
so
was
good.
a nice one.
You should put that one in your cube.
I would put it in the Shitter's cube if I still had that put together.
Yeah, we should build another one of those just from scratch.
I have most of it put together still.
No, I want a different one.
A different one. Okay.
All right. So that card would obviously be like a ton of fun, and probably the sack outlet's too good if it only costs a red.
The one where they look at the top card of your library and you get to shuffle if you want?
Yeah.
The card's terrible.
The card's terrible?
Yeah. So, like, Viscera Seer is not a ridiculously powerful Magic the Gathering card. Like, it's good, but that's just way worse than Viscera Seer.
All right.
But yeah, to answer your question, I would kill for, like, a Viscera Seer.
Sure.
Or a Cartel. Like, anything where it lets me sack without paying mana right now.
It's a big deal.
The fact that...
Like, would you pay 4? We found that there's one for 4 in M19.
I don't want to, but if I have to, I will.
Okay.
So we've got... I think you have to pay 1 for Thallid, whatever, Devourer thing. I don't know.
We'll have to pay 2 for that one.
Well, no, that's the one that you draw a card. The one that gets +1/+1 or +3/+3 if it's a sapling or whatever.
Right.
Thallid Omnivore, I think, is the name of it.
Yeah.
I think you still have to pay 1 for that.
Trying to remember the name of the flyer from M19.
It's Harpy something. We looked it up last week. You have to pay 1 for it. Here's Thallid Omnivore. Yeah, you have to pay 1 for this too. Really want one where you don't have to pay mana for it.
Ravenous Harpy costs 1
to take advantage of it, but considering the fact that you're not really sacrificing the tokens if Judy is your payoff, then paying 1's not the end of the world. I want to set up a deck where I can reasonably play these cards. So all of the afterlife, like the good afterlife creatures that we've seen so far, have costed 2.
Yep.
If we could get a sack outlet that costs 1, then you can get back all 3 pieces of the combo with Menagerie, Gruesome Menagerie.
Oh, sure.
And then you can really go deep. You can do all kinds of cool stuff at that point, like play Stitcher Supplier as well to like dig for those pieces. And then sacrificing the Stitcher Supplier lets you dig further as well. There's a lot of really cool interaction that I'm excited for in this next set, to be perfectly honest. I'm excited.
Yeah, I know. I'm super glad to be playing Magic right now.
Yeah, like, Standard's in a great place.
Standard's in a great place. I wish I was devoting a little bit more like my free time to like building Standard decks and like playing in more Standard tournaments, but like it's an all or none thing with me, and I can't open the Pandora's box.
Can't open the Pandora's box.
Maybe once. And
then you drop Mildrothin and replay it all. I like where your head's at there. I want to stay Mardu, but I mean, if we're going to be playing green, we might as well go for all 5. I don't really want to play green. I don't know that green adds anything right now, but
yeah, who knows?
Who knows? We'll see.
We shall see.
You can't sack tokens. You got to sack the non-tokens.
Yeah, the non-token, but you get like oh, I guess that card's black. You don't even need to egg green. The 3/2 for 3, where you get a sapling when it dies.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not super hype on that.
You're not high on that guy?
No, so like all of our 2-drops are gonna
have that ability, the afterlife.
And create spirits.
A flyer, yeah.
So,
instead of a ground guy. Like, who wants a sapling when I could have
Who wants
flyer?
a 2/1 sapling when you could have a 2/1 spirit? and that is really a life lesson. Why take a Goblin Piker when you could take a 2/1 flyer?
When you could take a Pegasus.
When you could
Mesa
take a
Pegasus.
Welkin turn.
Okay, welcome turn. Good job.
Welkin turn.
I was trying to think about white one.
Can only block creatures
Flyers,
with flying.
yeah.
So it's a little bit different. But you get the point. Be evasive if you can. Don't play 4 colors if you don't have to.
Mulligan when you need to.
Mulligan when you need to. Don't play Memorial to War in your mono red deck when it doesn't do anything.
Doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything. But
who knows what's going to happen? We still have
we'll see.
I mean, we're only 20% of the set in. Do you want me to talk about Deputy of Detention?
I want to save it for next round.
All right.
That's another card we want to talk about for sure, though.
That's a sideboarding card we'll talk about.
You think that's a sideboard card?
No, I'm just saying the time we're going to talk about it next round is during sideboarding.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to be back here in a moment.
The rounds have been turning pretty quick, so.
Yeah, we got less than 10 minutes. So we'll see what's going on, and we'll be back here in a couple minutes with a 4th and final round.
Off these proxies, he made them about the size of my thumb.
Correct.
So, yeah. Well, and he's also viewing it on his